All right, guys, here they are, the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL. I was at Google's big hardware event yesterday where they were announced, so let's talk a bit about each now that they are official and can no longer be leaked. Not a lot of surprises. Obviously, we've got one smaller phone without a notch and another larger phone with a notch. I'm not going to debate over which is better or why the notch is fine or not. I will one day, just not now. This year's the Pixel 3 XL with its big forehead dip. It's totally fine in person. I wasn't offended by it, but maybe that's just because I'm numb to it after seeing it over and over and over these past couple of months. The story is a 6.3-inch Quad HD AMOLED display that has already been rated well by DisplayMate. No blue shifting, I don't think. You've also got a Snapdragon 845 processor, only 4 gig RAM, 64 or 128 gigabytes of storage, 3450 milliamp hour battery with fast wired and wireless charging, fingerprint reader, and a handful of cameras. Pixel 3 is basically the same, only it has a 5.5-inch Full HD AMOLED display without a notch and smaller 2915 milliamp hour battery. Processor, RAM, storage options, and cameras are all the same though. And speaking of those cameras, up front they are dual 8 megapixel cameras, one of which is a wide angle lens for capturing better group selfies. The big story is the 12.2 megapixel camera on the back because Google has had the best smartphone cameras for a couple of years and could be improving upon that with the Pixel 3. You've got a new camera UI, a night sight mode for taking better photos at night, depth controls over portrait mode, a new photo booth mode that captures your funny faces, and smoother video that records up to 4K and 30 frames per second. What we care about are the photo still results, and look, we'll get back to you once a review is ready on whether or not this camera kicks butt. What else do you need to know though? Here's the notch. Look at it, scrolling and covering things like a notch scrolls and covers, looking at you with that emptiness. It's big, okay? I think most people will get over it and enjoy the rest of the experience, maybe? In terms of how each feels, they feel nice. I'm not a huge fan of the durability of glass everywhere like we have here, but they feel good and round and smooth in hand. The matte covering on the glass also resists fingerprints pretty well, which I can appreciate. The Pixel 3 feels kind of small, and that makes sense because it's the same size as last year's Pixel 2, only with a bigger display. The Pixel 3 XL feels like a nicer Pixel 2 XL, those same reasons, right? You can pre-order each right now if you want. The Pixel 3 starts at $799.99 and comes in just black, clearly white, or not pink. The Pixel 3 XL is available in the same colors and a starting price of $899.99. The Google Store, Verizon, and Best Buy all have the phone. Are those prices justified? Obviously, we haven't reviewed this thing yet, but I think what we all need to understand here is that Google isn't selling us on specs and hardware necessarily. At least that's kind of the message they're implying. They want you to know that this phone is smarter than everyone else's phone and that it takes ridiculously good photos too. I guess we'll see if that message translates well.